I've had men prioritize like my physical appearance versus like my actual knowledge that I bring to the table, and they will try to um, not pay attention to anything that I'm actually saying, like of substantial value, and instead try to, finesse their way into a business meeting that's actually like a date or, something that's illegitimate and not what I'm looking for. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna Régine. I am the founder of Brianna Régine Visionary Consulting. We are a strategic communications and marketing agency, and we help increase the visibility, cohesiveness, and position our clients in places and opportunities for longevity. We work with brands in the entertainment, lifestyle, and beauty spaces. I am here to talk to you about uh, being a woman-owned business owner, um, and the highs and lows that come with that. I don't have so many pointers necessarily, specific pointers. The first thing I want to start off with, though, is I feel being a woman business owner is great so far. Like, generally speaking, it's awesome. It's great. Hey, Lotus Embers, how are you? Um, Everyone go follow Lotus Embers. They just dropped new candles. So make sure you go and check out their candles and handmade products and accessories. But yeah, being a woman-owned business owner, in my opinion, is great. I don't have anything too alarming to say that will or would dissuade me from continuing to run my business as a woman. Obviously, when you get into the different identities of what a woman owner will experience, provided her race or her ethnic background or her upbringing, you start to complex the experience a little bit, and definitely, people will relate based on how you tie together different aspects of business ownership. So anyway, as I was saying, the only thing I want to point out about being a woman-owned business owner, a woman-owned entrepreneur, I work primarily in a male-dominated field. And with that being said, I'll start with the low. The low, or I guess the not as great part about that, is you can be taken advantage of, anywhere from men not taking you seriously, and you can't avoid not working with men because it's a male dominated industry. So sometimes you have men who won't take you seriously. If you are a particular age, sometimes men will talk down on you. I've had that done in the past. I've had men question my expertise and my intelligence because of my age. And again, back to earlier in the conversation, because of my identity as well. I've had men prioritize like my physical appearance versus like my actual knowledge that I bring to the table, and they will try to not pay attention to anything that I'm actually saying, like of substantial value, and instead try to, finesse their way into a business meeting that's actually like a date or, something that's illegitimate and not what I'm looking for. So that's really the low, and the only low that I have particularly for this conversation. Like I said earlier in the conversation, I can definitely get more complex with it, but yeah, being in a male-dominated industry, across the board, it can be difficult. Now, I will say, when you venture off into the beauty industry, which is more women-dominated, I'd say, or at least there's more of a balance in terms of gender power, if you will. Sometimes you'll have individuals who feel like you're inadequate, and they'll still demonstrate this condescending, I know more than you, you're unfamiliar, like kind of aura over you. And if I had to merge where, the male dominated industries and the woman dominated industries come together, it's really about, and this is for anyone really, like dealing with people who feel like they have a particular sense of power and they choose to leverage that over certain people that they feel will not challenge them. And I've had that, I've experienced that, and it kind of comes with the territory. For me, I am not only a woman, I'm a woman of color, I'm a Black woman, I am a millennial business owner. So all of these things, they are questionable to some people, right? And so as you continue to grow your business, you'll become more familiar with how people choose to box you in, and you'll become better at navigating ways around that, and you'll be able to also maintain a mental stability where you don't take it as personally, and you're able to always bring it back to professionally, right? And responding to business opportunities or responding in business environments in a way that's professional instead of personal. Now, with that being said, a high, I feel, is while there are these challenges that exist, that's all the more reason to make an imprint or have the desire to make an imprint in these industries. For me, I like the most challenging things, like anything from the clients that I choose to work with, the projects that I take on. I like building things from the ground up, which is definitely more challenging than building something that already exists or contributing to something that already exists. And that same determination and ambition that I have and the desire to make a positive impact crosses over to my desire to leave an imprint in the male dominated spaces that I work in. It pushes me to not necessarily change the mind of those that doubt me, but more so create an imprint for others. So if they feel the same level of hostility or pushback or discouragement during their journey, they have a blueprint to follow and they have something that they can reference. Because being an entrepreneur, being a business owner as a woman is tough. It's not easy. In the United States of America, it wasn't built for women of any kind to own a business. We are still dealing with things. We are still overcoming institutions that weren't built to serve us. So in that way, we have to work hard. And again, like the complexities that I mentioned in the beginning, if you have different layers of your identity, we already know there are stereotypes that happen that cause people to treat us in a particular way. That means you'd have to work even harder, right? But I say to use that animosity, use that discouragement, use those condescending actions and beliefs and emotions targeted towards you as fuel to build the brand that you want, and be intentional. Like, who are you building it for? And I'm not even talking about building it necessarily for like your target audience and stuff like that. Like, what is the legacy you like your brand to either leave behind or contribute to in the long run? Because everyone's journey doesn't include running a business for their entire lifetime. Hell, it might not even include having a business your entire lifetime, right? Whether it's yours or you choose to sell it. But maybe it's just in this chapter. Like, what is the intention behind forming a business, maintaining a business in this chapter, and have that be what's always at the end of the tunnel, right? So that's really all I wanted to come on here and say. Nothing too crazy, you know. One thing that I will leave you with is to make sure that you are consistently doing the personal work inside of yourself, because when you do that, then your professional work will thank you for it. Your personal growth and your level of self-awareness and just being intentional about everything that you do will show up professionally, and it will make your personal and professional foundation all the more solid. And so when people try to throw stones in your house, you'll just make another house. Or hell, maybe they'll throw stones, but at that point, you over here building a front wall with bricks. So it doesn't matter because it's not going to shatter. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing the internal work to become a better you, so that way you can become a better businesswoman and ultimately provide better products, services, be, the best persona, base brand that you can be. Whatever it is that you're selling, just know that it starts from within you. And I think digging deep inside of yourself is where your power comes from. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You can join our newsletter on our website. If you scroll all the way down to our footer, it'll say join our visionary community. You can click that, or you can send us a DM with your email address, and we will add you to the newsletter. Alrighty, we'll keep grinding, keep going, and remember to lift each other up as you climb to the top. That is so important. There is enough room for all of us to eat, so don't forget to lift up the sis next to you. Alrighty, have a good one. Bye.